All right, guys. So, sorry, I got a LED lighting, and I guess it looks kind of weird on camera. But yeah. Let me tell you the story before anything. I think I should have started with the story of how I started this project, the GT project, um, and how I know most of the parts fit from a V6 to a GT. Basically, I used to own a V6, and way back in 2018 or 2019, I had a really bad accident. Uh, got hit by an 18 wheeler, and basically the hit uh, bent the uh, the frame on the front of the car, and I did try to repair it, but I wanted to do it myself, and it's really hard to do framework if you don't have the correct tools or the correct machine to do it. So I did what I could, but there was one thing that was bothering me, which was the front tire not being able to align. Even if I take it to an alignment shop and the tire would wear out from the inside, I mean, I will have to change a brand new tire just because it wear out from like an inch of the tire inside, and then the rest of the tire would be fine, and then an inch of it would be showing wires. So along the way, I was thought maybe getting another V6 chassis, which would help me just swap everything to it from my other V6. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because I had put a lot of money into it. I had basically everything aftermarket, uh, suspension wise, and I also had an 8.8 on it. From watching YouTube videos, going to going online, uh, Google and stuff like that, I found out that you could swap 8.8 into a V6. So I did that too. I got a tubular K member with tubular lower and upper control arms on the rear and also on the front. Uh, Tubular control arms. I had coilovers. I had KYB adjustable shocks. So yeah, I had everything on it, and I also had a body kit. I had Lambo doors. I had basically from headlight to tail light. It was all custom. So it really hurt me to just let it go to a junkyard, So I wanted to repair it, but I couldn't do it. It was gonna be too much if I paid it for somebody else to do it, and I was like, well, let me wait, see if I can get another chassis and swap everything to it. And along the way, maybe a year later, my brother was going through, I believe it was Facebook, but it wasn't Marketplace. It was like a Facebook page where they post cars for sale, parts for sale, stuff like that. And he came across this Mustang. to you on the last video, but I'm gonna show it to you again. That's the sound system right there. I'm working on it right now, so that's why it looks like a mess in there. But here it is. It's not a pretty car, but that's the point. I'm trying to make it a pretty car. So that's the interior. I showed it to you on the last video. That's the engine, which I basically took apart completely on the top. Replaced the alternator. Replaced the what you call it, spark plugs, the coils, the injectors, put a colder intake on it, replace the head cover gaskets, and painted the covers myself together with the what you call that, alternator support. Painted that too, and he installed all of this chrome stuff that's not necessary, but you know, it's all for the looks, because that's basically what I'm going with this car. Looks. It's not a fast car, it's not a race car, it's just looks. And yeah, I got it all messed up, and I already replaced the top with a used one, because you know, it's a budget project. It's not a new car. I'm not gonna be spending a lot of money on it. That dent right there, I'm not fixing it because I have a wide body for it, which is coming on the videos. There's a wide body right there, which basically covers this section right here. So yeah, and like I was saying, my brother came across this car, which basically was abandoned in a field, and surprisingly for me, it had no rust. It had basically nothing under it. Everything looks just dirty, but not old or, you know, bad on it. Even the suspension was really good on it. But like I said, I had everything on the V6, everything aftermarket. So I started doing my research, and I was like, let me see if it fits. And yeah, everything fits on it. So that's what I'm doing now. That's why I'm basically taking everything off, all the suspension. I'm taking the what you call it, the rotors, because I have slotted rotors and wheel spacers on the other Mustang for the wide body. I already took out the interior, which you see over there. It's already in it. The sound system, everything basically fits. Headlights, taillights, they're basically the same. So like I said, the only difference in the between the cars is basically the bigger engine. The transmission is the same with a different bell housing, I believe. So the V6 wouldn't bolt on the GT engine, but other than that, everything is the same. The only thing that changes is the 8.8 rear end, the drive shaft, transmission, and engine. And people always say that doing an engine swap, it's easier from a GT to a V6. For those of you who wants to go the V8 route, but that's too much work for me, so I've never done it, but it's possible. But anyways, yeah, my brother came across it, and he was actually, the guy was actually selling the engine on him. And I called him and I was like, hey, can I get the whole car? Do you have a title for it? He was like, yeah. But I mean, the car's not good. The transmission don't work. I'm basically selling the engine, but if you want to take the whole car, take it. And he sold it for me. Basically, he sold me the engine for $500. Actually, $600. And I took the whole car home with the title, with the keys, and started looking at it. And I was like, this car's not bad. It's actually good. And the only thing that happened to it is the transmission didn't have no oil. And when I put oil in it, it actually ran. I took it off the trailer driving, and put it in the garage driving. So I was like, yeah, I have a V8 car, uh, that I can put everything on it. So that's when I started doing everything. It's been a long time since I started because I only work on it from after work from like 5 to probably 7 or 8, and sometimes on the weekends because I'm a little lazy. But yeah, so that's why it's taking too long. It's been almost a year since I've been working on it, but lately I've been working on it more than I used to because I really want to finish it by May, which is my birthday. So yeah, uh, that was a little story about how I got this GT instead of a V6. And yeah, for those who want of you who wants to know more about, you know swapping things from a V6 to a GT or a GT to a V6, yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you want to know? Um, and I'll help you with all of that. I know there's not many videos out there for uh, you know this type of stuff like swapping stuff and all of that. Most people think that they have to put V6 parts on their V6s, which it's not the case. You can, you know, there's many things that you can swap. Let's say panels, chassis panels like doors, bumpers, headlights, hoods. Um, Most of the things from a GT fit on a V6. You can actually have a V6 looking like a GT. Um, Obviously without the engine, right? But other than that, I mean, you can just swap everything to it. So yeah, if y'all want to know anything, just put it in the comments down there. Also, the last thing I wanted to show you is coming back to the 8.8 rear end swapping. I wanted to show you how to basically take it off, which is not that hard, but it's being hard for me because I'm gonna put the rear end off the other car with the upper and lower control arms, just because everything on the other rear end it's custom. So I'm taking the whole thing off of this one, but you don't have to do that. If you want to do the control arms, you can, but it's harder to take everything out. But if you just want to swap the rear end, it's really easy. It's basically if I'm not mistaken, it's 4 bolts, two for the upper control arms, two for the lower control arms, and the 2 bolts for the shocks, and that's basically it. Then after that, you just take the the calipers, just like if you were doing a brake change or replacing the caliper with the bracket. You basically take everything off like that, and the rotor just like that, and that's it. So yeah, let me show you what bolts. And let me get the flashlight on. Let me come down here. And like I said, guys, in the previous video, I'm not a professional filmer or YouTuber, so I'm new to this. Just bear with me, okay? This is more for like helping you out, not actually entertainment, but if you find this interesting, just yeah, keep watching my videos. Those are the bolts I'm talking about. That's the upper control arm. This will be the lower control arm right here. So that's what it looks like from far away. Yeah, that's the upper control arm, lower control arm, and That's the let me focus here. That's the bolt for the shock, and that's the bolt for the controller. Those two bolts. Same thing on the other side. Those two right there. And the two for the upper control arms. That's basically it. After that, you just, like I said, you just take the caliper, bracket, rotor off, like just like if you were doing an oil change. I mean, not an oil change, brake change. So yeah, my phone is dying. That's why the flash went out. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show you. Let me get out of here. And just wanna thank you again for watching my videos. That's my other baby right there. I'm gonna do more videos on that other car, but as right now we're gonna stay on this one. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Keep watching my videos and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.